Yo guys, what is up? It is Teacher's Game 2 coming at you again with another video here, and I am here right now on my Dino a Day review series, and as you can see we have the Diplocaulus. Now, nobody tames Diplocaulus anymore. Now let me tell you why that's a huge mistake. First and foremost, they breathe underwater and they breathe with you, and yes, that is creepy, and yes, they literally have the creepiest smile that I can think of. Like, look at that thing. That is terrifying. That's like, I'm going to lose sleep at night smile. Anyways, outside of that, if you don't mind giving a like and a subscribe, that'd be awesome. Really appreciate that. Keep pumping out these videos for you guys. And if there's anything else you want to see, make sure you let me know. Some more review series. I've been considering doing like a weapons kind of review series, and check that kind of stuff out. So, back on track. The Diplocaulus. You see they spawn in with random oxygen stats anywhere from 3885 to 4305. Now these are perfect tames. Now what should you level? It's always good to have a little bit of stamina in these guys. I usually crank it to about 2k. 2k is a pretty safe stat. Increasing their melee can be useful, but I don't necessarily care that much. Cranking their oxygen, and I usually go up to about 10k, and you never have to use oxygen again. So when you don't have this, it's basically you don't need to worry about it. And then weight. Weight can be the trickiest stat because you want to be able to pull as much weight as possible on these things, and I'll show you why in a second. Now, just to give you a comparison, I will increase the melee, doesn't go up that much. I can increase the, let's just say, move speed, makes them pretty fast. So you could theoretically just have a trilobite version of this, but, you know, it's entirely up to you. We'll kind of just level it a little bit here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do, a lot of people don't know about these tames because, well, you think they're kind of useless, but you can't ride them on land. You'll notice I don't have like a ride option. However, in the water, I can take them for a swim. Maybe I have to pull them a little bit closer to the water, apparently. Come on. There we go. Come on. All the way in. Thank you. There's 1 and 2. Now, what you can do with these things in the water is you can literally ride on their back. If you hold the E button or whatever your access inventory thing is, it'll allow you to ride on them. Now, what you can do, just to let you know, I have God mode on, and basically it allows me to not need oxygen, and I've also got tech suit. However, if you are on top of a Diplocaulus, they serve as a scuba tank. Yeah, you heard me correctly. That's why having 10,000 oxygen is a bit OP, because you breathe using their oxygen, which is pretty nice, and they don't really need to use anything, which is pretty cool. They are pretty quick. Now, as you can see, this one is unleveled, and it's got some decent speed, so there's nothing going to be able to catch you. So let's show you what they're really good at. Now, first off, you're probably not getting caught by anything down here. Megalodon, not really concerned for. Diplocaulus, not really concerned for, because they have no chance. Now, trilobites, on the other hand, is what I'm looking for. That's not a trilobite. That's embarrassing. I thought that was a trilobite. It was not a trilobite, in case you're curious. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to hunt down a trilobite, because these things do incredibly increased damage to trilobites. Now, when you hit them, you get a whole bunch of raw resources from trilobites as long as you're on one of these bad boys too, so that's really what we're trying to do. Now here's a bunch of trilobites. Now we are down on the center, and look at that. This is 1 times, so get a bunch of silica pearls, chitin, everything that I could possibly need, and they get it automatically from killing these things, so you don't have to harvest the bodies, which is really nice. It just allows us to actually gain all these raw resources, including early black pearls. Now, it's quite amazing because you don't need to worry about anything, and they serve as an oxygen tank, which is quite nice. You can see that in the lower right corner. Let me go ahead and show you by taking off my mask here. Actually, I'll take off my back and my mask. Now, what they'll allow you to do is this thing, you'll breathe with it. Now, it's pretty fast. You'll notice these megalodons and other tames just can't keep up with me. And with 10,000 oxygen, you can pretty much go anywhere in this game and not have to worry about oxygen, which means if you're doing circular pearl runs, oh boy, not what I wanted. Okay, really? Now, they can be pretty quick, so you want to make sure you leave them on passive, and that way when these things do eventually catch you, you can just, you know, kiss them goodbye. But they are super squishy, so just to put that in comparison, don't use them as a tame to soak with. by no means should you ever do that. But, you know, that's my opinion. Alright, that's enough. Got my little machine gun of death here. Okay. Diplocaulus, we're going to put him on passive. And we're going to keep going around down here. Now, this guy, pretty fast, so I could have outrun all these things. He does eat meat, just so you know, which is obviously quite useful. And I'm just going to attack these things so that way they don't bother me at all. But you can use this guy to get oil, silica pearls, and he's a really great way to get yourself early game supplies when you don't have the later game stuff, like the scuba tanks. Now, that is a little while to get unlocked, but I mean, especially oil rocks, just use this guy. Oh, thank you for pooping, buddy. But you can literally use this guy, grab as much oil as you need, just like you see right here. Hop off. You'll lose your oxygen because you won't be directly connected to him. However, as soon as you connect back up, your oxygen will raise again and you will borrow his oxygen stat. Now, it does read it out, so you'll have to like actually watch his oxygen stat in order to see how quickly it's going down. But it is a great way, I cannot say it enough, how easy it is just to tame one of these up and use it as an oxygen mask, because you don't even need a saddle. They are really OP early to mid-game tames when you don't have access to some of the really important stuff in the game, so you can go get oil, silica pearls, black pearls, pretty much anything that you need. Well, you know, this is a quick little review, because other than that, he's pretty useless, but I mean, this unique little ability, one might say, gives him quite an awesome little special talent, you might say. So, anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this little review, and other than that, Teacher's Game 2, out.